were chipping away, keeping that 6 to 10 range. What was kind of missing to get it closer than that before they pulled away?
The physicality and, just getting those 50-50 balls, limit the offensive rebounds. This little stuff that we can clean up. The beautiful thing about playoffs is, every game is different. Every game is its own game. So next game will be a good one.
How much is 50-50 a mentality? Was it could it have been something maybe tired legs, or was it just a matter of just a little extra effort in those moments?
You just got, we all just got to do a little more, especially me. Just do a little more extra. Because the playoffs are a different beast. You got to give it your all.
Their team obviously wins 64 games. You don't do it by mistake, but you try to slow down Davion Mitchell and Darius Garland, and then Ty Jerome goes off and gets 28 points. How do you combat that when they have those kind of weapons, especially from the outside, that you got to defend along with the other guys?
We just got to do it together. That's the main thing. It's not on one person, two people. It's on the whole team. Collectively. If we play defense how we've been playing these last few games, we'll be all right. We just got to stick to it, and we'll be good.
Those spurts where the offense did kick in and it got closer and made it a game, what did you like about it, and what can you carry over, kind of learn from that into Game 2?
Just being the aggressors, on both sides of the floor, looking out for each other, getting downhill, and, getting the shots we want.
I don't know what happened at the start. Ball was moving. It was finding, everybody. I was just, playing through the floor of the game. So.
Yourself, obviously the way they used Jared Allen, with his duck-ins and sort of play off of that, it looked like you were sort of 50-50 on which way to go, and they are very good in the way they execute. As far as whether to stay back for the lob or to go to the shooter and go for the block, what's it like to have to make those choices against a team that can execute this well?
It's not no hard decision. I just had to be up a little more. That's what I, was trying to do the second half and, limit them from, just coming off and shooting a three. So.
This is your first playoff experience. How valuable can this experience be for you, and what have you noticed maybe just from this first game? What's different in the playoff?
It's just, just getting this game under my belt, seeing what the physicality, was actually like, and, you change it for the second game.
It seems like one of the issues that was going on was just some of the hustle plays. 50 balls were going their way. How do you change that as a team from an effort perspective to make sure that doesn't happen in Game 2?
Just go after them.
Did you sense? Is it when you were struggling with that as a team, and is it just one of those things, just an effort thing, or just they were hustling?
You got to go after them.
Yeah, they got a lot of 50-50 balls, a lot of offensive rebounds and kick-out threes, a lot of loose balls that we'll get next time, and that kind of changed the game. I think that even when we were down 5, we get those clean rebounds, we get our run, we cut it to 3, cut it down one possession game, and we'll be good, but we'll be fine.
That's one of those things where it's hard to measure, but how do you kind of improve on that for Game 2 to make sure you guys are the ones on the top of those 50-50 balls and making those possessions?
Do what we've been doing all year. Play harder, stay connected, but be incentive to know that we got to be the hardest playing team. They're a really good, talented team that can score the ball with the best of them. So we got to be the hardest playing team. That's what we got to do.
You have so much of your defensive energy. You obviously going to Davion Mitchell, going to Darius Garland, the guys that can score. Then Ty Jerome goes out and gets 28 and gets those looks. How do you kind of defend that when you've got so many guys that can get on the outside and make those shots?
That's what makes that team really good. And they were number one. Number one. Yeah, they were number one. Yeah, for sure. That makes them good because when one of them go out, you got Ty Jerome coming in. He's no drop off. He can make plays. He can score the ball. But we just got to know that for next game. We'll be ready though.
There were pockets where the offense looked good, where you were attacking, finishing, kicking out. Guys were hitting threes. There seemed to be a rhythm. How do you kind of carry that over, and what can you take from the good of this game into Game 2?
Just keep playing fast, getting clean rebounds, keep getting stops. Try to play in the open court. Stay away from trying to play in offense with them. Half court with them. They got a lot of defensive guys, especially at the rim. So try to get out and run.
Finally, to get out and run, creating turnovers, they only had 7. How do you kind of change that into trying to get in those lanes, cut off some passes, and turn the ball the other way?
Be disruptive. Stop overthinking. Do what we've been doing all year. No matter how good they are, we can be disruptive. They're human just like us, so we just got to be able to make plays. I think if our mindset is to make plays on the defensive end, we'll do it.